my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tawengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news, PM commends New Yorkers for solidarity ahead of Oceans Conference. Fishing ban to protect scalloped hammerhead sharks. And retrial begins in $1 million drug case.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama has commended the people of New York for their solidarity in the lead-up to the UN Oceans Conference, which officially begins tomorrow. Speaking at the preceding Oceans Festival, Bainimarama said the bond between Fijians and New Yorkers is amplified by the experience of cyclones and now the determination to tackle the threat of climate change. Maggie Boyle reports.
It sounded like downtown Suva with the Fiji Military Forces marching band, but this was Governor's Island, New York, and the opening of the World Oceans Festival.
I especially want to thank the mayor and the people of New York for standing shoulder to shoulder with us on this issue, because it affects every person on Earth, just as the health of our oceans and seas is critical to every human being.
The PM noting the shared experiences despite being oceans apart.
For you New Yorkers, you had Hurricane Sandy in 2012. We had Cyclone Winston last year. And it has bound us together as a people, Fijians and New Yorkers, in our determination to work with the rest of the world to tackle the threat of climate change.
For Fiji's permanent representative to the United Nations and current president of the General Assembly, there is much work to do to fix our seas.
The health of the ocean, as you know, is in dire straits, from marine pollution to declining fish stocks, degraded coastal ecosystems, to the lack of governance out on the high seas. We have work to do.
The UN Oceans Conference will officially begin tomorrow, and there will be a traditional ceremony, a full traditional ceremony, the Vengaravi Vakaturanga. This will be the first time a Fijian ceremony of any kind is performed in front of the General Assembly. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Municipal councils will be involved in the country's climate change action plan. This is an effort by the government to build a strong climate change adaptation program for its towns and cities. Ropate Valeme reports.
Launching the Environment Week in Lautoka today, Minister for Environment and Local Government Praveen Kumar urged students to be wise and considerate.
The announcement was supposed to be made in January, but the only reason why we held back was that there was some delay from the municipal councils on their proposal, and now that we have got all the proposals from the municipal councils, and that's why I made that announcement that now the rollover will take place.
The ministry will also appoint environment committees in all districts. Kumar urges the public to join these committees and involve themselves in saving the environment.
Every council will undertake the following: strengthen technical and management capacity, identify the resources and would fix the gaps, identify corresponding plans and investment to increase their resilience.
Nandi residents say they are ready to be part of the initiative.
We have to protect it, and we have to stop the pollution that is happening.
Just to stop the polluting environment.
Like plant more trees and don't stop littering around.
All municipal councils have joined hands to fight climate change in respective towns and cities. The ministry is urging the public to rally behind them and make their voices count. Ropate Valeme, FBC News.
2 men are dead following an accident involving 3 vehicles near Navutu, Singatoka last night. One of the victims, who was the driver, was allegedly trying to overtake when he hit an oncoming vehicle and in the process hit a third vehicle. The driver and his 26-year-old passenger died on the spot, while the third victim is admitted at the Lautoka Hospital in critical condition. The occupants of the other 2 vehicles are admitted at the Nandi and Lautoka Hospital as investigations continue. The road death toll currently stands at 21 compared to 20 for the same period last year. The Rewa province has taken steps to protect the scalloped hammerhead sharks. Rokoto Inriketi Rote Mumukepa today declared a tambu, meaning there is a total ban on fishing near the nursery area, which is located at the mouth of the Rewa River. Savaira Tumbo reports.
Declaring a tabu for this area marks a new chapter for the sustainability of marine organisms.
We are honored that they have chosen our waters to come and breed here. We have always known of their existence, and baby sharks being used for bait for fishing is quite common.
Scalloped hammerhead sharks are listed as endangered species. According to a research conducted by the University of the South Pacific, this is the world's largest nursery area for the marine species. These sharks take 7 to 20 years to mature, and their breeding season is between October and April.
Once the MPA is done, then we can be able to enforce laws not to put any gill net at all. We might be catching, please release them back into the sea.
According to the fisheries officer, awareness in regards to the protection of this marine life will be conducted in every villages along this coastal area. These sharks have a very high metabolic rate, governing behavior in acquiring food. Just like many other species, they also use the shore as a breeding ground. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
The case of the Colombian national who allegedly imported millions of dollars worth of illicit drugs in 2014 is being retried at the Suva High Court. Aiden Alec Hurtado was charged with 1 count of unlawful importation of illicit drugs. Pranita Prakash has more.
Hurtado was acquitted of the charge in 2015. However, a retrial was ordered after an appeal by the state. While opening the case today, the state lawyer informed the court that Hurtado, who came from South America, got involved in a group dealing with cocaine. The state alleges that Hurtado arrived in Fiji on 7th February 2014 with 4 containers of cocaine weighing 20 kilograms. The first prosecution witness, a customs officer based at the Nandi International Airport, Chalami Rambuka, informed the court that Hurtado presented an American passport upon his arrival. Rambuka says on his arrival card, Hurtado had written that he will be staying at the Castaway Island Resort. The trial will continue for the next 2 weeks. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Still to come, Census registration drive continues. And PM sympathises with British counterpart in wake of London terror attack. Details after the break.
Nimbula vinaka na yavangunga andi moala radada ranalika. O tikongo na tao no singatoka ando talitaka na vakaronga ng Bula FM nambandua na serre.
Ya dora subuli kurnambili. Ibora ni batukara hambara binaranga. Total takinan na barongan ng Bula FM, number 2 en serie. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 en serie.
Thousands of unemployed youths are taking advantage of the current census registration drive. Team leader Philomena Brown says the 1-month drive provides an opportunity for temporary employment. Kelly Vavala reports.
A nationwide census registration drive is underway whereby over 2,000 people will be appointed to do an official count of our population.
Surprisingly, from 6:30 there were people sitting outside, and by 9 o'clock we had given out 1,060 registration forms. Those who do not have qualification but that come in, that can read, they can write, and that can count, if they go through the process and they score good marks, and then the chance is there for them to be recruited.
The registration process has attracted a lot of people who are in need of employment.
Finding a job opportunity and got nothing to do at home, so I sort of doing something to help me out.
That I'm unemployed at the moment. I'm currently at home, so that's why
I decided to come today to learn new things and to take part in this campaign as well.
Census team leader Philomena Brown says they will move to the northern, western and eastern divisions later this week.
From now we're moving on to Raki and then to Mba, Nandi Singatoka Navua Levuka and then to Vanua Levu.
Brown says they're looking at recruiting 2,156 enumerators and 650 supervisors with 300 reserves during the drive. Kelly Vathala, FBC News.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has expressed his sympathy to his British counterpart for the latest terrorist attack in London. Bainimarama says, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the victims and those who have been injured." The PM reiterated the same sentiments in the wake of the Westminster and Manchester attacks that Fiji stands shoulder to shoulder with the United Kingdom as they confront the terrorist threat and are ready to assist in any way possible. The founder and chief executive of New Zealand's leading Hindi radio network, Tarana, has been named a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit in the Queen's 91st birthday honours list. Fiji-born Robert Khan has been acknowledged for his service to broadcasting after more than 2 decades at the helm of Radio Tarana. From humble beginnings as New Zealand's first commercial Indian radio network, Khan has led Tarana to become one of the largest independent brands in radio. Khan says he is humbled by the Order of Merit acknowledgement, but says the award represents the hard work of his whole Tarana team. Khan, who was born in Suva and educated at Maris Brothers High School, left Fiji in 1984 to pursue higher education in New Zealand.
I'm humbled to receive this award. I'm very honoured. But this award is not about me. It reflects all the work done by people during this Tarana journey. My family, people I've worked with, my team, and of course the Indian community.
The 14 young women vying for the coveted Miss World Fiji title are going through their final paces this week. The contestants were on the breakfast show on Gold FM and Today FM for the last round of public interviews on what the pageant has meant to them. This year's premier competition has changed with tours around the country, highlighting the booming tourism industry and exposing the girls to the importance of the environment, its sustainability and the platform that the pageant allows. Miss World Fiji producer Andy Blake says it's another year of exceptional talent.
We've come through this journey for over a month. It's been an exciting road. This Thursday is the private judging at the Grand Pacific Hotel. Now this is where the contestants will be interviewed by the judges. They'll get to showcase the evening gown and top model as well as do their talent. And then the crowning will take place on Saturday again at the Grand Pacific Hotel.
Ahead in sports with Rohit, Naita Siri leads Skipper Cup points table, but joining us next is Rachel with business.
Thank you, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up in business tonight. Fiji Time recognized as Australia's leading in-flight magazine. And in growing Fiji, Nassori School begins expansion. Stay with us.
I'm Andrea Sorbakroa of Neabu Wenibuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back. Fiji Airways in-flight magazine Fiji Time has been recognized as Australia's leading in-flight magazine for 2017. The announcement was made by the prestigious World Travel Awards at its regional awards gala ceremony held in Shanghai last night. Fiji Time was nominated alongside 6 other in-flight magazines. Fiji Airways has previously been nominated in other categories, but this is its first nomination and win in the in-flight magazine category. Winners for the World Travel Awards are decided through a global online voting process. Fiji Airways will go on to compete against other regional winners in the category for the awards, World Awards in December. We now join Elizabeth from HFC Bank, who has the latest from the stock markets.
Vinaka, for the week ended 2nd June, 5 securities were traded. Price gains were recorded for Paradise Beverages, which rose 1.97% to close at $12.45. Fijian Holdings rose by 0.46% to close the week at $4.33, while Vision Investments rose by 0.96% to close the week at $2.10. Due to the share price gains recorded, the overall market capitalization rose a further 0.34% to conclude at a value of $1.4 billion. The SPSC Total Return Index gained 0.74% to conclude the week at a value of 3,422.36. This was due to a combination of share price increases as well as a dividend return of 9.2% generated by Toyota Tsusho South Sea Limited. And that is a wrap from our local stock market.
Thanks for the update, Elizabeth. Now let's turn on to today's exchange rates. The Fijian dollar strengthened against the Chinese yuan and the American dollar to close at 3.21 and 47 cents respectively. As for our regional currencies, the Australian and New Zealand dollar weakened to close at 63 cents and 65 cents, while the PNG kina rose closing at 1.31. On to the commodities market, oil prices dropped over the weekend to close at 47.73 a barrel. Gold rose closing at 1,279 an ounce, and silver rose as well, closing at 17.57 an ounce. And in growing Fiji tonight, Gram Sangatam School is developing a new block to cater for the growing number of students in Buinduna, a small community outside Nosori. The school today hosted a groundbreaking ceremony for the new kindergarten and a classroom block. More than 150 students are expected to benefit from this development.
Had a kindergarten classroom, but due to the increase in the role, we converted that into a year one classroom. And now we are using the staff quarters as the kindergarten room.
This project will mean more children from the community and nearby villages will have access to quality education.
I'm just so happy because olden days we don't have a computer lab.
Because it will give me new education and I learn more things.
It will bring better education for the people in my community and also the close area to this school.
The project is estimated to cost $45,000, out of which government has provided $12,000 and the school has raised $20,000.
We understand that in the past it was neglected. Parents was left on their own to construct schools and repair and maintain and pay student fees. This is no longer is going to happen. We have taken over the education of our children. This is our children. Every child in this country, where no matter where they originate from, what ethnicity they belong to, what religious belief they hold, we will fund the education from ECE right up to tertiary level.
The development of this block is expected to be completed by next term. And that's business this evening. Jamie's a little under the weather, so Rohit joins you tonight with the latest in sports.
Thank you, Rachel. Good evening. Coming up in sports, Matai Nangara back in national squad, and Fijians shine in top 14 final. This and more after the break.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकु रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1. इट्स सो हॉट.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट. आई लव मिर्ची एफएम.
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट.
Welcome back. Fijian players, part of the clubs in the top 14 final, were on show, scoring tries in the scintillating encounter between Toulon and Clermont. Alirfreti Raka scored the only try for Clermont, who won only their second top 14 title, beating Toulon 22-16. Vashnil Prasad reports.
It was an epic final between top two best clubs in French rugby this morning. Fijian players again caught the attention. First was the sign of respect by Joshua Tuisova of Toulon and Clermont's Alirfreti Raka, plus Pedeli Yato to the leader of French Republic.
That's a nice image, isn't it? Indeed. And the Fijians Well, showing the great respect for the leader of the French Republic. For Toulon, well, we've got Aussies a go-go in this Toulon side. James O'Connor starting at 15, Drew Mitchell.
It was Raka who got the first try of the final and Clemont's only score in the first half.
Between Tuisova, the two Fijians, he gets past him and he's going to score. This is incredible. Well, I told you there's a big battle. Tuisova.
Leading 13-3, Fijian Bas Tuisova powered his way through for Toulon's first try.
But was he out in touch? I think that's been awarded.
Les Judo led 16-10 at the break. A 10-second half followed, and it was the exchange of penalty kicks through the last 40 minutes.
It's a great kick from Para. And that's a good kick by the French international. Oh, it's a beautiful kick.
Toulon threw their all in the last 5 minutes, but Clermont defense stood tall. They ensured they don't want to be unlucky for the 12th time in the top 14 final, winning their second ever title after defeating Toulon 22-16. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians have a good chance to prove themselves against the Tier 1 nations in the next few weeks. Fiji takes on Australia this weekend, after which we face Scotland in Italy. Captain Akapu Singera says this is a great opportunity for Fiji to secure bigger matches.
It's been expressed to the boys that it's the first that three Taiwan nations have played Fiji in June, and it's a massive challenge for us. So in order to get more test matches like this, we have to prove our worth, and there's no other time to prove it.
The Nitasiri Rugby side has extended its lead on the Skipper Cup points table. The impressive 28-15 win over Suva sees the Highlanders have a 2-point cushion at the top of Anandronga. Namosi, Nandi and Suva, the other teams likely to battle for a spot in the last 4. Vodafone Fiji football stopper Benjamin Matai Nangara will have a bit more to play for when his side takes on New Caledonia at the FIFA World Cup qualifiers on Wednesday. The Lotaka goalkeeper became a dad after his wife gave birth to a baby boy last week and says he has a new reason to do his best. After missing the second international friendly against the Solomon Islands, Benjamin Matai Nangara is back for national duties.
It's good to be back in training, and I was missed out on the second friendly match because due to wife commitment. She was expecting a baby during the weekend, so I had to ask for leave, so I had commitments back at home. So I was pleased that coach was able to release.
The lanky stopper says becoming a father has been a blessing, and he now turns his focus on setting examples for his son. He says he wants his son to be proud of him when he grows up.
It's a big boost for me as well, getting a new inclusion into the family. I just got a baby boy, and every day that's a proud moment for them to also come and play and know that there's something back at home.
The side is camping in the Western Division from today. Coach Christophe Gamel says he won't be making many changes to the team for the New Caledonia match.
Now I start to have a base of work with some of them, but I have to keep also in the same time who is performing the best. So some change I will do, but I don't think to make so many change.
Fiji takes on New Caledonia at 4 p.m. on Wednesday at Latoka's Churchill Park. The Fiji Table Tennis Federation is pleased as more players are showing interest in the sport. The federation has been holding clinics to help develop the sport at the grassroots level. Getting to know the sport from an early age will help these kids decide if they want a future in this.
We didn't expect the amount of people coming to join our celebration, but yeah, we're thankful to everyone who have come to join our fun day today.
More and more children are turning up to become part of the clinics.
We give out our free coaching clinic for the kids, and we advise the young kids to come and try table tennis. They don't know in future they might represent our country in table tennis.
The young players are being advised to make use of the clinics as these were not available some years back.
So if you see these ones here, the younger ones coming in, trying out table tennis, and as they grow, and if they continue to practice and play table tennis, participate in tournaments, to become really good at it, elite players, then of course, yes, they'll have a lot of merry rodents and copies and
The Federation is hopeful they will identify some talents in these programs who may represent the country in future. Fiji is currently preparing itself to host the World Cadet Championships in October. An unbeaten 81 from captain Virat Kohli helped steer India to a comprehensive 124-run victory over Pakistan in the opening match of the Champions Trophy campaign. Pakistan, chasing a revised target of 289 of 41 overs, lost wickets at regular intervals, with only Azhar Ali threatening a substantial score. Here are the match highlights.
This time in the air. Will not be an easy catch. Well, they drop it again. Does it go the distance? Yes, it does easily. 50 to Virat Kohli. Gets him going, gets him pumped. It was on, clearing at will. Down to third man. It races away. No chance. And a no ball as well. India wouldn't mind that. This time over covers. It finds the fence. So it's 6, 6, 6, dot, single and 4. Big over. 23 of the last one.
In the air and gone straight to him. First ball, can you believe it, on the up, straight to the fielder.
Common sense cricket was needed. I think that they lost the plot, and they're losing the plot is the left-hander Ahmed.
That's it from sports this evening. Angie joins you later on with weather. And in the world of the weird and the wonderful, 3D printers are being used in everything from robotics to games to baking. And now they have moved into the world of chocolates. Details after the break.
Bula, kerong may singatoka, kerong do talita ka na varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Kombinasyon buti ko lang do talita ka na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Kaya ko sila tali, naguraramay na umani, nando nga. Gitu talita gini ang gabi na sabali, nagudurong varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti na bonga ni BNN.
In new media, video recording sunglasses from the company behind Snapchat has gone on sale in the UK. Snap is trying to position itself as a camera company rather than just a social network. And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. We have stepped into another work week again and conditions were not so bright. We had a fair bit of everything today, some clouds, bit of sunshine and showers. Looking at today in the west, it was partly cloudy with high chance of showers by later tonight. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, it was somewhat like the west, cloudy which turned cloudier and showers are likely to rattle in by tonight as well. And up in Vanuatu, grey clouds were lingering by and there's high chance of showers for the northerners. At sea, east to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots with moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, low tide tonight will be at 10:03 with a high tide tomorrow morning at 4:19. Sunrise will be at 6:32. For tomorrow, we will have occasional light showers which might turn persistent by the evening bit, so you might want to fix your car's wiper blade ready. Tomorrow's temps, we will have coolness all around. Lambasa will have highs of 30 and lows of 23. Looking ahead to Wednesday, there's high chance of all these showers to go away. And that, Jackie, is FBC weather for tonight.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. On Fijian Pulse today, we asked, what should we do to protect our ocean?
Avoid putting rubbish in our rivers and oceans.
Stop littering to protect our ocean.
Avoid overfishing because this will help our ocean.
Well, it's not only ocean. Everything goes in the ocean is from the land. So we'll have to take care of our land.
Putting rubbish in your environment, as this will pollute our oceans also.
We'll protect them from bad pollution
like overfishing, and some of the people they do the fishing undersize.
What we can do actually is throw our rubbish in the rubbish bin and use eco-friendly stuff. Thank you.
Recapping the main stories, PM commends New Yorkers for solidarity ahead of Oceans Conference. Fishing ban to protect scalloped hammerhead sharks, and retrial begins in $1 million drug case. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, the results from last week, we had asked, are certain politicians taking advantage of sugarcane farmers for their own gain? 70% said yes. This week we are asking, has the campaign for next year's general election started too soon? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, today's shot of the day was sent in by Caleb Drummond, a beautiful shot of Mbatiki Island in Lomaiviti. We have some of the world's most inviting crystal clear waters. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
हमारा नाम संत कुमार है, हम रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है और ताबुआ में सबसे बेहाल रेडियो फीजी 2 है यार।
हम बिना विमलेश रकाविंदी ताबुआ से रेडियो फीजी 2 हमारा सबसे फेवरेट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम ब्रूस राव है, रकरेकी मार्केट वेंडा और रेडियो फीजी 2 देश के धड़कन 1954 से हम सुनता है।
हम कबूली ताबुआ रहता है, हमारा नाम है रमेश चंद और हमारी मछली के धंधा है और हम सब टाइम रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।